Check. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Thank you. Thank you very much. So that's why people were leaving. People were coming in and leaving because they could hear shit I was saying. That is my fuck up. I fucked that up. Man, I had a nice little, well, it doesn't matter now. Well, shall I start over? That's fucked up. I've been running my mouth talking about well, I hadn't gotten too far, but I said enough. I mean, I've been on this thing for almost 30 minutes. And nobody put anything in the chat. Well, I'm glad you can hear me now. How's it sound? Does it sound good? Is it clear? Is it weak? Is it what does it say? How does it sound? Is it just you can hear me, but it's not good? It's clear, it's crisp. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and carry on. So I'm talking about the Talib Kweli show that was in town last night out here in Round Rock, Texas. I'm a huge hip hop fan, a huge Talib Kweli fan. I want to talk a little bit about my experience there last night. So I was just saying that when I first got there, I was expecting there to be this long line. Wasn't that long, but there were people, like I said, in where I live, they don't have like hip hop artists come out here that much. So if Talib hadn't been here, this is just a regular bar night, right? But it's a pretty nice bar. It's good stage and everything. But people are coming to the door, and of course, there's a bouncer at the door, or well, not the bouncer, but the guy checking ticket, whatever. The guy checks IDs and checks for tickets is at the door. He's telling everybody, hey, there's a $30 cover charge, and people are not quite understanding that because they don't know there's a show happening. So it was cool though, it was funny because some people were turning away. Well, I'm not paying $30. I don't even know what's going on, what type of show this is, so I'm leaving. So they would leave. Some people were like, oh, okay, yeah, I know who Talib is. I'm in there. Some folks were just like, thank you. I'm all good. So thank you. I appreciate that. Some folks were like, yeah, okay, I'll go in. Talib's here. Great. Then, there's people that don't understand why they can't go inside because, hey, I don't care about the show. This is the bar that I come to, and I usually just walk in here with no cover and I just want to have a drink and then leave. And so you got two different guys checking the door. One guy's being a hard ass. He's being a real Nazi about cover charge, which that's his job, I guess. But the other dude was like, all right, man, come on in. So the guy that was kind of complaining about paying $30, he got to get in for free, which pissed me off a little bit because I paid for a ticket to get to the show. But that's okay, neither here or there. The ticket didn't cost that much. I think it was like $20. So I was excited to pay $20 to go see one of my favorite artists live, up close and in person. So I get inside the bar. Pretty good crowd inside already. There's no space up at the front of the stage. Standing room only. They had like a small VIP section on the one side, but that was like $400. And I ended up getting a better spot than that section. So remember, I come in, I'm dolo. I don't, like I said, because I don't mind going to any event or anything, a bar, restaurant, event by myself. I prefer to have the whiff with me, but she canceled on me at the last moment. She didn't want to be out late. And so I was like, all right, I'm out. I'm going because, this kind of shit don't happen too often in Round Rock. So I need to go. And so I get inside and like I said, a lot of people up at the front. So I'm just kind of like moseying through, checking out the bar. They got the bar is really cool. They got like a little indoor section. They have an outdoor section, and in the outdoor section, they have like an upstairs bar with a balcony. So you can go out there, get some fresh air and chill out. I was able to take off my mask and all that stuff. But yeah, mask, right? So I get inside and I don't fuck around with this shit. I have my mask on because I know there's gonna be a lot of people in there. I just got my second. Actually, at the time I was there, I hadn't gotten my second my second dose yet because I just got that shit today. But so I'm masked up. So this is Texas. Motherfuckers out here don't give a fuck about COVID. They think that shit's whatever. They do their thing. So it was about half and half. Half the folks were masked up. About half were not. Of course, I was. So I moseyed my ass over. I found a good spot right on if you're looking at the stage, the right side of the stage. I mean, I'm literally, resting my foot on the stage. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna park my ass right here. I'm not fucking moving. I'm gonna chill, till he comes out. Now, when I got there was already a performer on the stage, a local hip hop artist. I got there right as he was kind of wrapping up, so I really don't remember his name, but he was pretty decent. All right, I wish I would have got his info to shout him out. But what I'll do is I'll go back and look him up, and the next time I come on, I'll shout that dude out. Then shortly after they were done, there was a second opening act that came on. I remember just standing there. The DJ was playing some music, and I saw this guy off to the side, so he was kind of like getting in his mode. He was like getting his I'm about to perform mode. He was like going over stuff in his head, like whatever. And I recognized that, and I'm standing right next to him. So I was like, yo, you about to perform? And he's like, yeah. So I just said, hey, good luck. Gave him a little fist bump, boom, and gave it back. And then him and his wife, and I think, what are they called? What was that group called? I'll shout them out because they did okay. They did all right. Let me see if anybody else was trying to tell me that they couldn't hear earlier. Nope. None of y'all. Only Demon X Rogue told me that my sound was all jacked up. Appreciate you, man. Nobody else did. They just came in and said, oh, we can't hear that fool, and they left. That's my fault though. That's a rookie mistake. Hey, I'm just trying to get the hang of this thing, right? I appreciate you. By the way, Demon X Rogue or Demon Times Rogue, or how they say that, don't forget to subscribe. You will probably, I just opened that Twitch account, so you'll probably be my first Twitch subscriber if you subscribe there. So I appreciate that. If you would do that, I will be checking. But if you don't, that's cool too. I hear you. So I'm trying to find this group that opened for Talib. I keep forgetting their name. I got it because I searched them when I was in there. Raiders Against the Storm. Let me see if I can find them on here. So Raiders Against the Storm performed before Talib came out. Riders Against the Storm, not Raiders. I'm sorry, my bad. They look kind of like a let's see if they got their website up here. They got some is this them right here? Hold on. Nope, that's not them. 1 second. Anyway, they were a husband and wife duo. I'm not sure if they were local. Or no, actually, they got a little spot playing right here. Let me play it for you. I hope I don't get in trouble for this. We're playing a YouTube video, but these are the folks that performed before Talib did. Let's see if I can hear that sound. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, there they are. Let's see. Yeah, they did do the song too. Flowers for a Living. They were talking about how it's important for us to show love to our family and friends that are while they're still alive. So yeah, this is a pretty cool video. But anyway, that's Riders Against the Storm. So I felt like this lady right here was really the star of the act. I feel like she should have probably be a solo act, and her husband's probably the hype man. She's super talented and funny, and she was actually pregnant during the show, which was that was cool. I mean, she was out there doing her thing. I'm gonna stop that because I don't know if I'll get in trouble for playing that. Yeah, trippy song, right? So, like I said, they had a look. It's a cool little group. I never heard of them before, but they got an opportunity to perform before Talib. They probably got to meet him too. And they were out there doing their thing. You can't be mad at them. There's a lot of artists out here that are claiming to be, whatever, but aren't out there putting in the work. And these guys are just out there doing their thing. So shout out to the Riders Against the Storm. They had a good opening action. So while they were performing, again, I'm on side of the stage, waiting for Talib. I came to see Talib Kweli, so I'm waiting for him. And often on the side of the stage where I was, there was a few people kind of like chilling on the wall. And so I look back, and then I see this guy leaning on the wall. He's got these two girls standing next to him. And I do a double take because I'm just like, and, he was wearing a mask, but I knew that was Talib. He was just standing there watching this group perform. And so of course me, I'm like, fuck, dude, he's like right there. I can just walk up to him and say, yo, what's up, man? But sometimes I feel like, these artists don't want to be bothered. He's just trying to enjoy the show, probably just trying to get a feel for the crowd that's in the room. I wasn't 100% sure it was him, but I was about 95% sure, it did turn out to be him. But I was sort of just debating in my mind if I wanted to go talk to him and then be like, yo, dude, you want to come on my show? That's something I would not do. It's funny. I remember I was talking about the ACL, Austin City Limits, that do a show, a huge show in October every year. And I used to go every year before COVID hit. And so this year it was going to happen, but I think they've already canceled it again this year because of the Delta variant. But Erykah Badu, another one of my favorite artists, was going to be there. And so I was like, man, I should shoot her a DM and ask her to come on the live stream and talk before she gets on the show. Of course, I don't hear shit back, but I sent this long ass DM. Have you guys ever like DM'd a celebrity before or somebody you were a fan of? Yeah, I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but it was worth the shot, right? You miss every shot you don't take. So I still love Erykah Badu, even though she didn't respond to my DM. I don't even know how that works. I don't know. I'll figure it out one of these days. But anyway, I didn't want to bother him, with any bullshit. I guess it probably would have been hard to say, hey, what's up? And then, and then carry the fuck on. But I just left him alone. I knew it was him though, and I was like right there, but maybe it was a missed opportunity. I don't know. Too late fucking now. So anyway, so he was there just chilling out watching. And then obviously right before he got on, he left that area, and I didn't see him again until he came back. And so I thought that was kind of fun. So when he comes on, sure enough, his DJ comes out, starts hyping the crowd up, did a really good job. What was cool about this DJ, and see, this is why I can't get people to come on my show, because I do a poor job of like, giving feedback and remembering people that I saw, but I can't remember the DJ's name, so I'll have to look that one up too. What was cool about the way he was kind of, getting the crowd hype for Talib to come out, was he was sort of demonstrating how samples from like very old music get turned into to beats that hip hop artists rap over. And so it's really a unique art, and a lot of songs that we hear from hip hop artists, when we hear the beat, they sound a little familiar, but we just don't know quite what song that's from. And sometimes you have no idea it's a sample from an old song, right? And so he was doing this thing where he would play so he played like like some Cameron. He played, Hey Mom, dun dun. So he just played that song. And then he sort of cut it off and started playing Easy Like Sunday Morning from the Commodores, Lionel Richie, right? And then he starts to and if you're an old head like me, which this crowd here was, they were middle-aged folks, some in their 40s. Talib is 45, I think. Talib is like 45 years old. So if you've been a fan of Talib, you're probably in your 40s, maybe in your 50s. I'm 50. So, so the crowd was a reflection of that. There were some younger folks there as well who know his music. But for the most part, that's the middle-aged folks there. But anyway, so he's playing all these old songs that somebody in their 40s and 50s would recognize and know all the words to. And then he would sort of like demonstrate the sounds that were coming from that song and how they would transition into hip hop songs and into different beats and just the mix. And it was just really a great demonstration of how that works. And people were like, oh, I didn't know it was that song, And so that was pretty dope. And he got the crowd pretty hyped for that, And then, Talib comes out and I think ultimately he gave a solid performance. And here's why I say that, because, and I've talked about this before on the show, sometimes it's really hard for hip hop artists to have like really good live performances, because usually when you're in a live performance, it sounds nothing like, the studio version of the songs that you all know from them. Right. So the studio versions are all like cleaned up and, just engineered perfectly, and everything sounds beautiful. Right. And then when you get a hip hop artist that comes on stage to do those songs and doesn't sound the same, it's hard to pull off a good show. I'll give you an example. Back in the day, I remember when The Chronic came out, Snoop and Dr. Dre were on a tour. At the time, I was living in Hawaii, and they came out to Hawaii. They're in this large venue, when they were doing songs from The Chronic. But it just, it just wasn't a good show. It was actually one of the worst hip hop shows I've ever been to. But The Chronic is like classic, right? It's one of the best hip hop albums that ever been made. So it was weird how, like, you see them live, it's like, Now, having said that, some hip hop artists are able to pull off live performances. If you just think about like the last time I was on, we talked about that battle between the Lox and Dipset, and how Jadakiss just like killed that live performance by not like rapping over his own studio work or the Lox studio work. He just was out there just doing it live with the beat, and it sounded like amazing. And he had an amazing stage presence. So that's what it requires. You to have a really strong stage presence, and of course your vocals have to be on point with the beat. So like I said, some people can pull this off, right? One example, like around the same era, I remember going to an Ice Cube show. Now, this is when Ice Cube had just left NWA, and America's Most Wanted had just come out. Again, another classic, America's Most Wanted. Just put it in right now, you'd be like, damn, right? So, and he was in a small venue, kind of like the one I was in the other night, and it was just turned all the way up. It was like one of the best shows I've ever seen. I couldn't stop like jumping and doing all my arms and all that shit that you do when you're at a show. And again, when you're in a small venue for a hip hop show, when you're up close and personal, it's just more intimate. But yeah, you're watching the Greg Green live stream. I appreciate y'all that are here. Talking about the Talib Kweli show, streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Please jump over to the Facebook, or not Facebook, because I don't think people subscribe there, right? Jump over to YouTube and Twitch, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. It's Greg Green live on Twitch, and on YouTube, it's the Greg Green live stream. So anyway, I'm talking about, hip hop artists performing or pulling off a live performance. And I was mentioning how I saw Dr. Dre and Snoop back today, and they did a horrible job on The Chronic. But again, The Chronic is a classic. It's nothing from them. And then I saw Ice Cube do a show. It was in a much smaller venue, much more intimate. and it was just a party. It was a literal party, right? The other person I seen pull this off, like in a large venue, which is hard to do in a large venue, and this dude was on stage all by himself. Didn't have, like the crew or whatever. He didn't have a hype man, none of that shit. This was at in downtown Austin. J. Cole. J. Cole pulled off an amazing live performance. If you know his catalog, it was just a great show. He was on the stage all by himself, so he had great stage presence. His lyrics were on point with all the beats, and it was just perfect. So I would love to see that again. So anyway, so I'm wondering like what Talib show is going to be like here. I just want a small venue. I know a lot of his songs. What kind of vibe is going to be in the spot. And it was okay. It wasn't it wasn't as mind blowing as that show back in the day I went to at Ice Cube was, but I felt like he had a really good stage presence. I felt like he delivered everything that was, a lot of his popular songs. And he had mentioned that he hadn't even performed in over a year and a half because of COVID. And so, he was kind of working some things out, I think. And but it was a really good show. I put a little clip on my Instagram page. Let me share that with y'all real quick, if I can. If you didn't see that, by the way, if you're not already, follow me on Instagram. Just jump over to Greg in his 50s on the gram. Follow me there, and I'll follow you back. Follow me there, and I'll follow you back. But if you're already there, you probably saw this clip. But if you didn't see it, and it was a short clip because I didn't want to spend a lot of time shooting videos of the show. I wanted to enjoy the fucking show, but I want to get a little piece that I could share because, if you know hip hop, dude, Talib, you gotta put him on your social medias. So let me see if I can get that on here real quick. That little quick clip that I got. Let me see if I can share my Instagram page right here. I think so. Yeah. So let's see if it pops up. Oh, wrong one. One thing I hate about Instagram is like when you click on it, if you don't unmute it, you can't hear shit. But I don't know, maybe that's and so this is one of my favorite joints that it does. Yeah. So you see how close I was. I was like right there. Right now, he wasn't wearing his mask at that point, but I was, and I would have. I was so close to that fool. He could have spit on me for real. So I'm like right there, like just to get my. I'm just cool. I'm just kicking it. And so yeah, so stage presence was very good. Maybe it's because I was like right there, but I really enjoyed his performance. He did a lot of his classics. He did, a couple of his big songs he had with Black Star and Mos Def, which, of course, everybody went crazy when he starts playing the Black Star joints. And he did some tributes. He did a tribute to DMX. Where the Hood At. He did DMX's first verse and Where the Hood At. He did it line for line, word for word, spit it perfect. It was perfect. What's up, Al Green? My little brother's on the line. So y'all welcome to the Greg Green live stream. Streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Make sure you jump over to those platforms and follow me. Some folks starting to jump in. I know it's late. I'm testing out this time slot because I figured on a Friday night, old people like me who might not quite be in the bed yet because it's Friday. They may be up thumbing through their phones, just watching, looking for something to look at, right? So your boy Greg is right here. So I appreciate you, little bro, for coming on. There's a few people in here. So if you want to go ahead and throw throw your name in the chat, that'd be great. Remember, if you're on Facebook, you can, if you look in the comments, you'll see that I put a link there to join the stream. You know, little bro, if you want to join, come on in, man. We can chop it up a little bit. But if you want to join, just go in there, click that link. Then you can sign all the stuff, give StreamYard your permissions to do whatever, turn on your camera, and then jump in here. We can talk live. But anyway, so Talib is, like I said, doing his old classics. He's doing some tributes. He did a tribute to DMX. He did a tribute to Black Rob. He did a tribute to Biz Markie. You know, all those guys passed away this year, and he was just showing them some love and appreciation. It's crazy, man, because like all the hip hop artists that were around when I was coming up, you know, a lot of them are starting to die. It's like, damn. And it's not like the typical like got shot shit. You know? They're like dying because they're old or got, you know, health issues. So that's why it's important. Give me 1 second right here. That's why it's important for y'all to take care of yourselves, be healthy, especially you're between, you know, 45, 50, 55, and you know your stuff's not together. Hey, don't get sick. I'm just saying, because you might die. When you're young and sick, you know, a pretty good chance you'll be all right. But if you're old and sick, you might die. And then all this COVID shit coming, so it's just crazy. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat again, just in case y'all missed it, and you want to join. It's where I beg people to come on here every week, and no one ever jumps in. That's okay. It's all good because I'll just sit here and talk to myself. I went to the spot last night, dolo, because I don't care. I go dolo. For those of y'all not really familiar with hip hop slang, dolo means I went by myself. Dolo, solo, yeah, right. So I went by myself. So I roll up in there dolo, just, you know, having a good time. Quality's on stage, doing his thing. I'm really having a good time. And so here's one of the funny observations that I have while I'm there. So the first thing, and this is really typical in the Austin area, and so it didn't surprise me that this happened in Round Rock as well. A lot of folks in here are into hip hop. A lot of people that when you take your initial look, you know, we all make judgments and we judge them. We think, well, somehow this person just stumbled into this bar and just decided to stay and watch the show and not really know what's happening. So you've got a lot of middle-aged white women, little nerdy, you know, white guys with vans and skateboards and all kinds of stuff. And, you know, they're all in the crowd, right? Kind of like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, what's going on? We're gonna watch the show. And of course, the DJ's playing some classics that they all know. So, but when Talib comes out and starts performing, these people are true fans and they know all the words, they know all the songs, and they are just getting crunk like everybody else. And it just makes me think how amazing hip hop is and how far it's come. I stood corrected. I'm like, what are y'all doing here? Y'all don't know what y'all looking at. This is Talib Kweli. No, they know more than me. I can hear people behind me just like spitting out, because he did a couple songs. I was like, what's that? I don't remember that one. And they knew all the words. And I'm just like, man, let me drop this again in the Facebook. It's just like, it's right there, man. It's right there. Yeah. So there's a couple links out there for you guys you want to join, or throw something in the chat to let me know that you're here. Thank y'all for checking me out tonight. I know it's late on a Friday night. I'm not going to be too much longer, but just kind of talk a little bit about the show I went to the other night. I want to test out a late night on a Friday. It's okay. There's a few of y'all in here checking me out, you know, but maybe you're watching if you're not watching live stream, you're watching the recorded version. I appreciate it if you go over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel there. And Twitch too. I just changed the name on Twitch to Greg Green Live. So Greg Green Live on Twitch, you can jump over there and subscribe. So anyway, yeah, all these nerdy people know all the words more than me, and just having a great time. And that's what really makes it fun for me, when you see like a super diverse group of people, you know, sharing a common interest and having a good ass time, right? So it's like, yeah, do that shit. That's what I was saying. I was looking at all them like, this is great. Y'all motherfuckers know this shit. Right? And then you've got like, and so I mentioned the middle-aged white women, and they're just funny to me because you know, they want to be able to dance like black girls, and they really try. And they really try, and you know, they don't do a very good job. But again, when I look at their faces and when I see them doing whatever it is they're doing, they are truly enjoying themselves. And that's what these shows are all about. You know, go in and enjoy yourself. Fuck what Greg is thinking about you or anybody else, whatever judgments I'm making, fuck all that shit. Go in there and have a good time. That's really what I'm doing. You know, I'm in there dolo by myself. I'm not talking to anybody. I mean, I didn't even talk to Talib. He was standing right next to me before he went on. I didn't say shit to him. I didn't ask him, yo, man, come on the show. I wasn't gonna do that anyway, but because he probably would have told me to kick rocks. But I'm just chilling, you know, I'm chilling watching the show. But again, I'm entertained by not only his performance, but other people enjoying his performance. And it was just a good time for me. It was a good time for me. So yeah, so when it's all said and done for the show, Talib did the damn thing. It was a great performance. Like I said, he did all the classics. He did some tributes. He is a true technician when it comes to just like verbalizing, you know, in a fast tone, and his words are clear. And I think he mentioned that, you know, like I said, he hadn't done a show in about a year and a half. And so I think he maybe kind of wanted to come to a small venue to kind of work some things out. And I thought he did a great job. I think he's going to be back in New York. Excuse me. He's going to be back in New York in a couple of days. If you go to his website, talibkweli.com, you can pick up some tickets if you're going to be in the New York area. That's his home. So I'm sure that crowd is going to be much, much different. And I would enjoy going to that show. So the first half hour I was on, my mic wasn't working. What's up, Phil? I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying what's up. But my mic wasn't working. And finally, you know, one of the Twitch folks came in and said, yo, we can't hear you. So there was like people popping in and out, didn't say shit, right? Hello? Why y'all put in the chat, Greg, we can't hear you. Your mic's not on or some shit. But as it turns out, yeah, I had it on mute for like the first 25 minutes of the show. I guess I can delete that part. All right. And so, so after the show, by the way, you're watching the Greg Green live stream. Thank you so much for stopping in on a late Friday night, early Saturday morning to check me out. As you're laying in bed, maybe scrolling through your phone or whatever, or just stand up a little bit later tonight because it's Friday, you ain't got to work tomorrow, or you can't sleep, or whatever it is you're doing. I appreciate the likes and the hearts. I thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Don't forget to jump over to the YouTube channel, subscribe there, put in Greg Green Live, in the search. Twitch, it's Greg Green Live. So after the show, right? So since I'm dolo, right? Initially I said to myself, you know what? As soon as it's over, I'm just gonna go home because I had to work today. But since I'm such I love to people watch, and I was already having such a good time watching all these people, I was like, why don't I just hang out just a little bit? I could have one drink at the bar because I hadn't even seen the rest of the bar yet. So this is the first time I've been in this bar. Like, again, this is the Round Rock Tavern in downtown Round Rock. It's a really nice little bar. I would recommend it. So I go out to have a little outside space where there's like a little lounge area, and they had a guy, not a little guy, but just a dude, playing the drums. He was fire. He was doing his thing, and he had some guy rapping over that. And then they have this little upstairs area that's outside where you can go and like, get a drink from the bar. So say, let me go up to the bar, get a drink, and I can do a little bit of people watching so I can have something to report back on the show. And of course, there were some interesting things that I saw. The first thing though, and I don't go out I don't go out ever since COVID hit, but I just didn't remember how expensive drinks are and like the club or the bar. And so whenever I used to go like to a bar or something, I like to sip on a Maker's Mark straight on the rocks. And sometimes some places that you go, when they're making that, they hook it up. They do the little shot and they take the little thing and they go with the bottle and they take care of you, right? And of course, those folks get tipped very well. But some people, just stick straight to the shot. They put a bunch of ice in there, and you just got, you got a couple of sips there. Yeah, Maker's Mark is where it's at for sure. That's my go-to, right? And I drink it. I can drink it with Coke, or whatever people like to mix with it, but I like to drink it straight. It's a little bit of ice, and I just sip it because I'm just chilling, right? I'm just chilling, hanging out, people watching, by myself, dolo. Yeah, but it's like $10, man. I get $10 for a shot, dude. I could buy I knew it's gonna be more than what you normally pay for a drink. I thought it was gonna be around $7 or $8. And then usually with $7 or $8, like I said, they hook it up. They do the shot, they do a little thing like that, and then that's a wrap. And they give you a drink, and you can sip on that for a minute, right? So he gives me a little drink. It's like, this is $10. So I gave him a little, his tip reflected, that the level of drink that he gave me, so that was that. So I get my drink, I find my little spot. And of course, we're at a hip hop show. So it may not surprise you to find that after hip hop show that people are, like hip hop artists or people that are aspiring to be artists, are feeling some type of way and they just want to freestyle. Right? Excuse me. And so sure enough, I'm really there's this balcony that you can overlook the rest of the Ville out there in downtown Round Rock. So I'm just hanging out there. I was able to take my mask off at that point because, I was outside and there weren't very many people that close to me. And so these two guys are sitting down on the couch next to me. I'm standing up and they're freestyling and they're just going, boom. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Okay. So I'm just watching them, do their thing or whatever. And then, it sort of turns into a battle because some other guy, this was like you could tell he was an old school dude because he's rocking a big ass loose fitting Chicago Bears jersey, right? With a Chicago Bears hat. So maybe he's from Chicago, I don't know. But people really don't wear jerseys anymore, even in the hip hop world. It's like big. But he just comes up and waits for a pause, and these two guys that are freestyling, and he just goes at him, doing his thing. I can't rap, so I don't know. But he's just doing his thing. And I'm like, okay, he has some nice bars, but he had the whole arm and stuff going. I took a little video of it, but I can't. It's on my phone, so I can't project it right now. But I thought that was cool. So I sat there and watched them, took a couple of videos. And that was real fun for me to see, the folks, out there just having fun, having drinks, freestyling, doing their thing. So that was that part. And so the other thing, the other reason I wanted to stay, and I'm just going to be honest with you, I'm like, when 50-year-olds are up in the spot, and we just want to know, do I still got it a little bit? Am I getting any looks? Are people looking at me? Am I doing if I wanted to, right? Could I, let me tell you, that place was right for the pickings for a single dude. I'm not single, happily married, family guy. Listen, I don't fuck around, but it's good to know, right? Because you get old, you start thinking that you're too old to do shit, anything. It's just fun, right? It's just fun to know if you get a couple looks, whatever. And I had my hat on, a t-shirt and jeans, but I'm feeling kind of fly. I got my little Maker's Mark. I'm sipping on it, feeling kind of fly. Probably looking like a jackass posted up on the balcony. But you know, I feel like if that's the world I was in right now, I'd do all right. I would do all right. Like I said, they were for the pickings out there. You know, all those middle-aged women to be going to the bar in groups on a college night and shit. Right, it's Thursday night, college night. They're all out having a good time, trying to dance like black girls. Speaking of black girls, so finally I decided, okay, I've had enough. I'm out of here. I need to go home. So nothing that was really cool about just being able to go out and enjoy myself somewhere that was close and local, not to go too far. The other thing was that, I mean, I wasn't really out all night. I mean, I left the house at about 8:30, got there obviously before Talib got on, saw some of the opening acts, and then of course I saw the show, and I got to hang out about an hour after the show, and I was at home before 12:30. So I actually walked in the door at about 12:17. So that's a good night for a 50-year-old, right? And that's around the time, like when you're 50 and if you're even out, right? It feels like later than it really is. Like, damn, is it time to go yet? And it's like 11:30, you know? Motherfuckers are just starting to come in. But that's how you feel. So I don't like to be out too late because I'm just too old to be out that late. But I like these sorts of shows. So this was perfect because it was in a small venue, super local. Like that bar is literally 10 or 15 minutes from my house. Right? I drove there. I found a great parking spot. I walked to the bar. There wasn't a line. I saw a great show. I hung out, laughed at some people, and I left, right? So now I said, speaking of black girls, so as I'm leaving, I get about halfway between the spot and my car, and I wanted to post that little video on Instagram, and so I sat down to make that post. And so when I'm sitting there hearing, this is how I know that I still got it, right? I'm not too full of myself because the comment this woman made at me, not the comment, but the woman that made this comment to me, she was walking down the sidewalk holding hands, which was probably her girlfriend, right? And so I'm not feeling myself like that, but as she walks by, she just felt the need to tell me that I was a beautiful black man and that my beard looked thick and luscious, and not to let anybody know that I'm not beautiful. And I simply said, thank you. I appreciate that. That's what married dudes do. That's what we do. We just say thank you. Keep going. Now, it probably wasn't nothing at play anyway, because I said she was with her girlfriend. I mean, I can't think of any other reason why they'd be holding hands. It's really not in Black American culture to walk down the street, hold hands with a woman unless you're gay. But either or, she said I was beautiful and that my black skin was beautiful and that she liked my beard. And I appreciated that. So that is what made my night, right? I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's right. This is like on the way out. And I will say that, in the spot, as people were kind of like doing their thing and looking around, there's a couple, how like you make the eye contact, they're like, oh snap, or you do like the double take and they still looking. Yeah, got some of those. So your boy still got it. I mean, I don't need it anymore. I don't need it and I don't use it, but I got it, right? I got it. So that made me feel good. So yeah, Greg Green live streaming live right now, early or late night on a Friday night, early Saturday morning, live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. A few people are watching, but nobody has had the balls to join the stream just to talk to me. So I will move on. Can Can y'all see the link in the chat at least? Let me know. Do I need to put it in the YouTube chat too? Let me see. Oh, I don't even have my Twitch account. I should open up my Twitch account. Let me open that up real quick. Can you open up Twitch on like just your computer browser? Can you do that? I've never done it before. Let's see. Yeah, dude's like you can get a pint of Maker's Mark for I don't know. Can you get a pint of Maker's Mark for $10? Well, I got one freaking shot of Maker's Mark for $10, and that shit pissed me off. That's really why I left. I'm not buying no more of that shit. Yeah, I can get on Twitch in my browser.
Okay, we're gonna do this one for
But they just like somebody else's live stream just pops up. I don't want to hear them. I'm live streaming right now, so let me turn that off. Yeah, I really don't know how to work Twitch that much. I'm old, so I just made an account and did it. But I'll work on that. I'll work on that, Demon. Twitch is a big deal. I need to get like a Patreon account too. I think a lot of people got that. So anyway, the link to join the stream to come in and chop it up with me. I've been at this about an hour and 14 minutes. But like I said, the first 25 minutes, my mic wasn't even turned on. And so I'm thankful for Demon X Road for letting me know. And by the way, he's still watching. So I appreciate that, man. He's still here. It's rare when you do these live ass long streams that people will come in and just hang out for the whole time I'm here. And every time I say there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to talk for an hour or 2 hours, I end up doing it with no problem. It's easy to do. But thank y'all for coming. Is my little brother still there? Come on, bro. Come on in. Jump in, holler at me for a minute. I'm gonna be in town, going to my hometown, Sherman, Texas, in a couple of weeks to watch the Battle of the Axe. I mentioned this a little bit the last time I was on, but in case you missed that, the Battle of the Axe is a high school football game between two rival towns. It is the longest running Texas high school rivalry. So it's the longest rivalry in Texas high school football. I got to play in two of these games. I won both of my games. The first one I think was 33-16 back in 1988, and then in 1989 we won 33-0. And so I think though that the opposing team, the Denison Yellow Jackets. Speaking of Yellow Jackets, hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. This is what I got for them. Don't forget about that little sunflower on the back of it that makes it cute. That just to cover up the dead bugs that I hit. This is what we got for them, right? And I got some cousins that live in Denison talking that smack about the Denison Yellow Jackets, and I know they're on a bit of a streak right now. Right, they're on a bit of a streak, and they done beat us a few times in a few years in a row. I think like 4 or 5, 6 or 7. But this year is our year. Sherman has a new high school, brand new state-of-the-art, $150 million high school. They got a brand new coach. They're gonna swat them this year. Swat them. Anyway, I'm gonna be there. What I really want to do is I want to figure out a way to do a live stream before the game starts. So if anybody is watching that's in Sherman right now, if you know a place I can plug up, if it has Wi-Fi, that's great. But if it doesn't, I can just use my cell phone. I would love to just do a live stream, outside the stadium somewhere close by, a few hours before the game starts, and just maybe talk to some old players who played in this game before, talk to some fans, and just kind of see what the pulse is for that game this year. But yeah, so the Sherman Bearcats, which is my old high school, maroon and white, are playing the Denison Yellow Jackets on Friday night, September 27th. I will be there, and it will be interesting. Oh, see, I forgot my sister-in-law. You see this, Phil? You see this? You see this right here? You scared of it, aren't you? That's scary. It's scary. It's scary, isn't it? Huh? You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. See, yellow jackets are so stupid they can't even see a fly swatter coming. Where do they get that paw, that bearcat paw? Pow! Popping them upside the head. So anyway, my sister-in-law, I love her to death. Hey Phil, I love you. She went to Denison. She's from Denison. I forgave my brother a long time ago for marrying somebody from Denison. And cheers for the Yellow Jackets. But yeah, she's a loving member of our family, and I love you so much. But come the 27th, Phil, gonna swat them. Them jackets, man. I don't know. What's the pulse? Tell my brother to click on that link and jump in here. I want to talk to him about the game. Because yes, number 27, that's the number I wore. That's the number my little brother wore. And that number will go down in history. So I mentioned this last time, but I got a couple of memories of the two games that I played in. So here's another twist to this whole thing with my sister-in-law, right? Miss Phyllis Perry Green. When I played the first time in this game in 1988, her brother was the starting quarterback for the Yellow Jackets. Yeah. And they were supposed to win that year. And just like Sherman this year, that year we had a brand new coach and no one knew what to expect. We had a lot of new starters on offense and defense, a lot of underclassmen starting. Me, I was one of them. And everybody said we're supposed to lose that game. They had like Reggie Perry, Marcus Fleming, Junior Dade. I remember all them names, man. Like, I didn't even know. That's crazy. Obviously I know Reggie. He's my brother-in-law. So, but at that time, I didn't know him like that. And what I wanted to do to him at that time was I wanted to swat him. I wanted to swat him with this fly swatter with the sunflower on the back. Oh shit. So anyway, that year they were supposed to beat us bad. And that game did not start off great. And if you were here 2 weeks ago and you heard me tell this, I'm telling it again because it wasn't that many people watching last week. But what I remember, now it's a long time ago, man. Like that was a long time ago. So if you remember anything that happened in 1988, and when you're my age, then it had to be like a significant event that shit you won't forget ever, right? So in 1988, we played the Bally Axe game. They were supposed to beat us. What I remember most about that game were a couple things. The first one was they scored first, right? They scored first early in the game, and everybody's been telling us all week that we're gonna lose the game. You know, the news media, everybody's like, yeah, y'all gonna lose. Y'all just maybe next year. Y'all ain't got this. And so they come out the gates and they score first. And what I remember walking back to the sideline and just kind of looking in the end zone, and they're in there celebrating. And I think it was Reggie and Marcus Fleming, they in the end zone right here. They all up in there, yeah. And so everything was going according, to what everybody was predicting. Yeah. So that wasn't a good feeling at that time. But, ooh, we came back and got that ass. So I remember a few other things I remember. I remember Charleston Cooksey breaking up the middle for a long touchdown. I remember Rod Schiller, our fullback, scoring a long touchdown. I remember Jimmy DeMond Giles. It was a touchdown. I just remember, it's weird. I just remember seeing Kelly Bryant back in the pocket and just hitting like DeMond over the middle, and DeMond caught it in stride, and it was like, maybe a 30-yard gain or something like that. I'm not sure why that play stood out in my mind, but that's what I remember. And I also remember me, number 27, right corner, making a great open field tackle. I can't remember who was 33 Junior Day. I don't know. It was number 33. Not sure who that was. I think it was Junior Day. He's a great player, man. Fast, shifty guy. I just remember like they do like a little screen, like lateral to him, right on my side, and it was after an open field, just me and him, mano and mano, and the boy took him down. And the crowd went crazy because we're winning, right? Once we're winning, now we're making plays. We're making plays on defense. I remember Kirby Holcutt. Kirby Holcutt happens to be, I think he's still the athletic director out in Texas Tech. I remember him getting a pick in that game, an interception in that game. Sorry, Reggie. I think you threw that pick. And then the one thing I remember most about that week. So here's what, whenever you win a big game like that, you're waiting. This is back before the internet, right? So everyone's waiting for the Sunday paper to come out to see if, they got any shots of you, any live shots in the game, right? And yeah, your boy had a couple that week. Woo-hoo-hoo! I remember there was a shot of me, a big ass shot in the newspaper. I'm just doing like this. I'm going. And I think that was like after the game or something like that. I'm just like got my fingers up. Number one, you can see the 27. I had this big ass neck roll on. People don't even wear neck rolls anymore when they play football. Fonso, did you wear a neck roll? I had a neck roll. I needed that neck roll, man. I needed that neck roll. But anyway, I was in the paper that week, so I was really happy. And we ended up winning that game 33-16. 33-16. We killed it. Man, it's 120. All right, I'm gonna finish this and I gotta go. The second game, we won 33-0. This is 1989. 33-0. We got the shutout, right? And what I remember about that game is I remember, speaking of shutouts, I remember we had a goal line stand. They were on the goal line about to score. And I think they threw a pass to like a tight end or something like that. And then Brittany Posey just came up and just like murdered that dude. My brother said he did not wear a neck roll. He wore shoulder savers. What are the shoulder savers? Oh, those little things that just go under your shoulder pads. Oh, there he is. There's my little bro. Hold up, let me get him on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the show my little brother and fellow sporter of the number 27 at Sherman High School football, Alfonso Lagan Green. What's up, little bro? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
I'm just up late running my mouth,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you beautifully. Can you hear me?
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I can hear you.
I want to do the screen.
Fantastic.
What's up, fam?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I see the beard's coming in nicely.
Yeah, I had it trimmed a while back for our anniversary, but it's kind of raggedy for a little bit right now.
It's all good. I can't tell. Just don't look to the side. Keep it straight. You good. I keep forgetting. Every week I forget to change my banners at the bottom. So like I'm talking about the Valley Axe, and I still got the ticker show on Talib Kweli. So let me change that real quick. That didn't work. Hold on. I'm still trying to figure this out, bro. Trust me, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Hold on. I think I got a. Okay. Yeah, I had like a double sound going.
Oh, you good now?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Well, your sound faded out. It's just left it like it was.
Okay. Yeah, I had like a double sound going.
Now I can't hear you. So I don't know what you just did.
I didn't do anything.
Oh, perfect. Now you're good. You're good right there. You still didn't do anything? I can't hear you now.
I didn't do anything.
There, I can hear you now. Well, anyway, you can hear me fine.
So we got a whole lot of different things going on. So I got you on my phone, I got you on the TV, and I think Phyllis has got you on the.
That's what it is, man. So you got to turn all the stuff off, at least one of them. But I appreciate.
Log out of something. I got too many devices.
Hey, can you flip your camera for a second? Let me see myself on your TV. Never mind, I'm just playing. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we are. Look at that on the big screen, baby. Welcome to the Greg Green live stream. Joining me right now is my little brother Al Green. But anyway, so I was about to share, man. I want to hear your memories of the game that you played in, but I'm going to share my last memories about the second time I played, which was in '89. This game we won 33-0. Like I remember the goal line stand where Brittany just killed somebody to complete that stand. I think it was on a fourth down. Then we got the ball back. I remember one of the few times I got beat deep in this game. I remember I got caught sneaking in the backfield with my eyes, and I saw who I don't remember who that quarterback was that year. I just remember seeing him throw it, and I looked back and I'm like, oh snap! And the guy was right behind me, hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. So that was amazing. So that's what I remember about that game. So I think though the reason that we ended up winning that game 33-0 was because if you remember when Coach Outlaw coached, nobody went both ways. And so and so Denison, their players, a lot of their starters were going both ways because that game was 0-0 at halftime. It was 0-0 at halftime, but the second half we were just better conditioned and just ran away with it 33-0. But I never forget those games. So did you win your games that you played?
I think we won. My senior year, I know we won.
What do you mean you don't remember?
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, my senior year and my junior year, we won. So I wasn't as good as an athlete as I thought I was. But I won both times. We won both times that I was on.
All right, let me verify that.
Okay, go ahead.
90, you get all the scores.
92, 93. Yeah, 92, 93.
Okay.
What? No, probably 91, 92. Yeah, 91, 92.
Denison scores. Let's see what we got here. I'm sure y'all did, I have no doubt. But I think we're on a losing streak right now, right?
Yeah, I think it's been like 7 years.
Wow.
So oddly enough, I think my first year back home, Reggie took me to he had tickets to the Battle of the Axe game. That was my first year. Unfortunately, I had to sit on the Yellow Jacket side.
What?
But I wish I still. I mean,
you're a spectator. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I mean, if you got,
but I wore a Sherman shirt and a Bearcat hat, so I got heckled the whole time. But I talked the entire time though. But it was fun. Yeah. It was
at least a close game.
I don't remember. It was.
Okay.
I don't think it was. So it's probably it was 2018. So I don't think it was. But I had fun though because I heckled. I heckled the whole time. So I think what I remember, I think the first half was still was close. But I think the second half it was kind of like you were talking about before. We didn't have. It was considerably noticeable that how many people were on the sidelines and how many people that Sherman had on their sideline. So a lot of our dudes were just
really.
I think they were worn down.
It was like just players in general. It was like the team was small. Wow.
Yeah, the team was small, so dudes were going both ways, and it was too much. So second half, they were winded.
That's crazy. Just winded. Okay,
obviously they didn't know about the Bearcat Mile back then either. So.
Right. So so I was right about my score. So 88 was 33-16, 89 33-0, 90 was 38-26 Sherman, 91. Did you play the 91 game?
That should have been my 91-92 should have been my junior year.
Dennis won 28-7 91.
So we won. So we lost.
And then 92, Sherman won 27-16.
Yeah. So that was my senior year.
Okay, so they went, and then from there they went 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Then Dennis went on a stretch of like 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Sherman 1, 2. So now though, looks like the streak is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
It should be 7. I think it's 7.
5. Well, it doesn't have a score for 2018. So did they play in 2018? Did COVID ever stop any of those games, or they played them all?
No. Well, you said I don't know if they played last year. Yeah, because that's when we came back was in 18. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why they went.
I went to the 19 game. That's what I went to that one. Were you with me?
We both did. Yeah. We both did. You,
Senna, yeah. And so he doesn't want to go back this year. He's not a huge football fan. But,
no worries.
It's all good. I don't know what happened to him. But
he's an artist, man.
Oh, true that. Do you see the pictures of his glasses? He's got glasses now.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't see the glasses. I saw. Anyway, this is going to end up being a conversation between. About kids and family.
This is what this show is about, man. I'll bring people on and we just chop it up. If nobody comes on, I just run my mouth about other stuff.
I thought I was the one that can talk.
So yeah, man. So that was cool. So, but do you remember anything about that game your senior year that stood out?
Yeah, we played in Denison.
Okay.
Yeah, we played in Denison. We had some pretty tough dudes. Jerry Jordan was a tough back, and I remember seeing the dude when I came back. He ran like Jerry. He was short, stocky guy, tough runner. Jerry was a tough runner. What else do I remember? I think we had him. I think we had him pretty good. What's that?
I know it was a long time ago, right? Hard to remember.
Yeah, I think we had him. I think we had him pretty good. There was some chatter, like in the pile, like after a tackle, but it wasn't anything like crazy,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of noise talking.
Yeah, I was talking shit in that game, the second game. Thank you. My one Twitch follower saying I look young. I don't know if he's talking about you or talking about me, but I appreciate it. He goes.
I got a little bit of gray.
He goes, "Are you sure you're younger than your brother?" I saw good.
That's okay.
Yeah, I got about 3 years.
That's okay.
It's all good.
That's okay.
I feel like we're the same age when it's all said. We come from the same era, right?
Yeah, it's only 3 years.
3 years. It felt like it was a much bigger gap when we were younger, right?
It's funny how it does, especially. Yeah. I think you initiated me when I was a freshman too.
Oh no, I didn't.
I'm pretty sure you did. I think Pete did too. I could be wrong.
How did you do that? It was like smack you upside the head or something, or what? I don't know.
No, it was a punch in the chest.
Oh, okay, yeah. We probably did some shit like that. I think a few dudes did. It wasn't anything. Obviously, it wasn't anything malicious. But yeah.
It was just
those were good times, man.
You were a fish, right? Freshman and Sherman.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're a fish. You get hazed. But I'm excited, man, about coming home. I'm excited about going up to the new high school, seeing the new high school. I was gonna try to get there for the pep rally, but Mama came up with some appointment she's got to do before I can leave, so that's gonna kind of put a monkey wrench in that plan.
Yeah.
But we'll probably be up that way a little bit late Thursday evening. But I'll let you know. So one thing I was gonna share was recently I went and did a stress test. Have you ever done this before? Like to check your heart, a stress test?
Ooh.
They put you on a treadmill.
I don't think so.
No. So
no.
Let me show you this. Let me share my screen real quick. I'll show you the picture that I took. I wanted to take a video, but she was like, I don't know how you're gonna do that, because like you're gonna be on the treadmill. And so I was like, all right. Let me share my screen real quick. But basically, I was feeling some chest pains, only like when I like move, like do certain movements in my arms, or like if I'm doing a push-up or something like that. And so let me see. Let me pull this one up. Yeah, so they hooked me up to that stuff, right? And you gotta run, and they check your heart, your blood pressure, and all that stuff, right? So a couple weeks before that, I went and did an EKG. They say, hey, everything is good to go. But just because your age, I want you to come in and do this little stress test and see how that goes. And so I was like, YouTubing it and see because I didn't know what it was, right? So I agreed to it, not even asking any questions. Like, okay, I'll come and do it. Yeah. And so I YouTube and I see people like on the treadmill doing all this stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, I think I can manage that. And so I get there, a real sweet lady. Her name was Jennifer. She was a nurse. Brought me in. I had my own personal mask on first, but I was thinking that I was able to take it off because I'm gonna be on this treadmill. But she goes, no, you can't, like, you got to keep it on. So she goes, but you have to wear one of these, these medical ones, these cloth ones that'll help you breathe better anyway. And so that one in the picture, I put that on. And then, so the first thing they do though, is you lay down on the bed after you're hooked up, and they do ultrasound of your heart, right? And so they did this ultrasound on my heart, and there was something like fuzzy, and they said they couldn't see, right? They couldn't see it right. I was like, what? She's like, no, don't worry. That's not that big of a deal. She's like, what we have to do is we have to inject you with some of this, like, I don't know, this stuff that like just goes to your system and it just makes it clear.
What is that?
It's temporary stuff. And it's like, I said, okay, yeah, let's do that. So just give me the IV. They put it in, and of course I lay down, and it's cool because I'm looking at the ultrasound. They're like, like when you're having a baby and they do the ultrasound, it's just like that, right? But you can see your heart inside there. And so as that fluid starts going through, and it happens like immediately, I can start to see a more clear picture of like all these valves and all the stuff's happening with your heart, which is crazy because I ain't never seen that shit before, right? Like, that's my heart. Yeah. You feel your heartbeat and all that stuff, but you ain't like seen like a picture of it. And so you can see that stuff. She's explaining all the stuff and how it's supposed to look. And I'm like, cool, right? So next, she's like, okay, so now you gotta get on the treadmill. And so I'm like, okay, well, how long do I have to run? Or she says, well, we're gonna start out slow. You just walk, and then like every 2 minutes, we just speed it up. And then you just go for as long as you can. And I go, oh, okay. Just as long as, this. So now this is a challenge now, right? In my mind.
Of course. Now you're gonna go until you pass out.
Exactly. And so, and I'm like, well, I'm thinking to myself, this will just be my workout for today, right? We'll see where it is. And so now, one thing to remember is that, or one thing I haven't mentioned, not to remember, but when I first get there and I'm in the waiting room, everybody is in there is like old enough to be like my parent. So they're like 70s and 80s. And some people have like these little oxygen carrying cases or heart monitors are carrying. And I'm like, damn, like, is this where I'm at? Is this what it is for me?
Right.
And so, but anyway, so I get in there, and so she's like, well, you just go as long as you can. And they ask, do you exercise? I was like, well, I try to, walk a few times a week. I don't really run a whole bunch, but I just, I walk the dogs and, I exercise, stuff like that. She goes, well, then, you're pretty fit looking, so you should be fine. So I'm like, yeah, I should be. I'm excited about this, you know. And so she starts it, right? And as they're changing the speed, they also change the incline. So you do the incline. So let me actually change the banner again for the visual audience. I can't believe that there's 4 people still hanging out at 1:30 in the morning. So I appreciate y'all tuning in to the Greg Green live stream. I'm talking about my stress test reaction that I took a couple of weeks ago. You see the picture there, I was all hooked up. I looked like the Bionic Man. I think on this post I put I was making a joke, by the way. So let me tell you what the joke was first. It's a silly joke, but I put the comment that I put was, the Marine Corps called me back for the government's new $6 billion man project, so I said, let's do this. And so obviously I changed it from the $6 million man to the $6 billion man because it's 2021.
Of course. Inflation.
Mom still watches that show. Somehow she finds it somewhere. But Shudney went told Najee that I think he's going back to the military. I was like, no, I'm not. I am too old for that. So I was joking. It's a stress test. But anyway, so I get on. So they started, and it's just like a walking pace, right? And they incline and they speed it up, and they speed it up, and then finally, you know, it's at like a little. Well, I have to do a little trot. I can't just walk anymore. First, I was walking fast, and it gets to a little trot. But I'm feeling pretty good, right? Starting to work up a sweat, and then she goes, "Okay, so just whenever you get tired, just, you know, you can just let me know. We're gonna stop." And so I'm doing all that. She's checking like my vitals, and she's looking at the little beep beep chart, and she's checking my blood pressure and all that stuff while my heart rate's up, and I'm feeling pretty good. And she keeps saying, just, you can, you know, whenever you're tired, you can stop. And I'm like, okay. And it's like we're like 7 or 8 minutes in, and she's like asking me over and over again. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, I'm thinking I'm gonna stay for like a half hour at least, you know. But when it got to like 12 minutes, she's like, okay, that's good, we're gonna stop. And so I guess like a lot of people don't go that long, but then I think back to like the folks that I saw in the waiting room, like if they're doing this, yeah, I couldn't see them like going that long for very, very fast. So they had what they needed, and I got off the damn thing. I took the little photo right there, and that was that. So
were you running, or it was just an incline, just a walking incline? It
was kind of a walking incline. It got to a pace where I just started a little jog. I probably could have kept walking super fast. I just felt better. I could do a little slow jog, and so I did a little slow jog, and that was that. And so now I'm just waiting for the cardiologist to call me back to give me their results. Because I asked her, I'm like, so how does it look? You know, we looking good? She's like, oh, I really can't say. You gotta wait for the doctor. I was like, that doesn't make me feel good. You can say, oh, you're good. The doctor will tell you the rest, you know? But I'm still, it's actually been like a week, I think. And she said that if I hadn't heard anything in a week, that I should probably call them back. So I'll probably call them next week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No news is good news sometimes, but they're not in a rush.
I mean, I don't really anticipate anything being wrong. Like I said, the doctor said, the cardiologist said it's probably some like muscle issue, because it only hurts like whenever I move in a certain way. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you know, if you're walking and running a lot and you don't experience pain when you're exercising, then it's probably, you know, you're probably fine. Mm-hmm. But again, they wanted to do that little test right there, which was cool, and that was a done deal. So, yeah.
So you're healthy. No. You would think they would do it when you're active duty, right? But yeah.
Or especially when you're getting out, it's like they would like want to check that.
Yeah, my when I retired, it was pretty quick. I think I encouraged it to be pretty quick though, because I was.
Yeah, mine was too. Mine was quick too. I was shocked. And no, go ahead.
At that point, you're kind of ready to go. So. Yeah,
ready to go. The unit I was in before my last unit, I was really ready to go because I hated them. And then that last 3 years, I was just an Okie, just chilling. Yeah. Working in the general staff, but that was fun. Yeah. So speaking of other medical stuff, I'm not quite done with all that stuff yet, because on Monday I've been prepping for this for a month now, but I'm doing the colonoscopy on Monday. So they gave me some. Well, so just so you know,
some cleanser.
The doctor recommended that at 50 that you do this. So you need to do this. Let me ask you this though, because I don't know if you saw that video I did with Pete. Have you had
No.
Reggie that one time? And he was remember that time Reggie told that story? That was great, man.
I told him about that. I didn't say his name, but yeah, I did tell him about that. But no, I haven't. I have not had the pleasure of that experience.
Neither have I, bro. And I'm just like, damn. So my thing is with this now, what I've learned, because in my head, I'm like, okay, if they're gonna go up my ass with this little shit to check for colon cancer, they should be able to do the prostate thing too, right?
That's
it's
two
different. Totally different things, yeah.
Yeah,
because I'm dumb, so I didn't think
your prostate's not your colon. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with the prostate too, it's like
a fork in the road or something. I think.
It's like the size of it. So I don't know if they can get video of the size and be like, "Hey, it looks good. We ain't got to put a finger up there." But eventually, I'm gonna need to do that. Really, black people are supposed to do it at like 45, I think.
Yeah.
Because we're high risk. But anyway, this is something totally different.
I'm a bit of a procrastinator.
I know, bro. Me and you are the same. I'm just like, and Pete was telling his story when he did it.
Did you do it at 45?
No, he said he did it earlier because I think he said he was in his 30s. Because here, you didn't see that video?
I saw some of it.
Oh, did you? Okay, well anyway, I won't pull it up. I'm gonna get out of here soon. But yeah, he was just saying how it was kind of caught him off guard when he actually went up in there, and that there was some other stuff happening. But it was I guess it's got to get done. Just haven't done it. And then the doctors, they don't take any pleasure in doing it. I was gonna get it done a couple times and I opted out. They were like, well, you don't have to if you don't want to right now. So I was like, well, okay, I won't then.
Because the doctors are probably like, I have no desire to stick my fingers in those places. It can't be fun for them either. I don't know.
I know, right? It's like
you got to figure where you're. I don't mean to get too graphic, but some people probably aren't as clean, and they're,
hey, it's a medical procedure.
It's got to be a dirty experience.
Yeah,
on both ends.
I think they have something now where you can like put a stick in like a poop sample.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of stick in somebody.
No, how would that for your colon? Yeah, I can see that. But not for your prostate.
That's right. That's what he was talking about. Okay, that's cool. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing that on Monday morning early.
Have fun.
I got the little drink stuff. I got to drink tomorrow and the next day. I can't eat any solid foods the night before, so I got to eat Jell-O. And they don't want the Jell-O to be red, I think.
Yeah, probably because it looks like they want to make sure it's not
right.
I don't know.
So I'm expecting yeah, you can imagine they probably don't want any blood.
Anything that looks like blood, right?
If they see red, they want to know that it's blood, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna I got this stuff that I'm drinking that I have to drink. My guess is that it's just gonna make me just blow everything out of my system, and I'm gonna have like this massive shit I'm gonna have to take at some point. But I hope that's going to be a good thing, hopefully, get everything cleared out so they can see it.
There you go. A little bit of weight loss.
Yep, absolutely. And I talked to the nurse today, and she called me and she's like, well, because I've never, have you ever been under anesthesia for any amount of time?
Yes, I have. So when I was active duty, I had 5 wisdom teeth removed at the same time.
Under?
Yes.
Wow.
Wasn't it? Let me make sure I confirm. I was knocked out. Yeah, wow. I was not that.
See,
it was not
this is how.
And the time following was not a very good experience after that either.
The what now?
The time following. The after that, right. I got like, what is it, dry socket, and then I had to go back in, and then they had this gauze that was probably like 2 feet long. And anyway, but yeah, it wasn't fun at all.
So were you already out of basic when that happened?
No, this is when I was in Hawaii.
Oh, we were in Hawaii, really? So that's like fairly recent.
Yeah, this was like, when was that? What was that? 2000? What was that? 16, probably. No, we left in 15. So it's probably like 13 or 14. Yeah.
Oh, really? So they got me in boot camp in 1990, and
your wisdom teeth.
Yes. They got a whole bunch of people. They was lining us up.
They must have been like digging for like gold to try to find them.
A bunch of, interns.
That look like they're coming in. Let's get them.
Yeah, but actually, I even remember though a few times in high school where mine were like hurting and coming through. So for me, I think it needed to happen. But they took all 4 out. I got the shots right in the mouth. And then the Demon guy said he went to basic in 2014. Demon, what branch were you in, Demon? My brother was in the Air Force. I was in the Marine Corps. So in the Marine Corps, they put me in the local anesthesia, the shot. They shake it a little and they just throw a little shot in there. And so they said, "Let's know if it hurts." And I was like, "Oh, it hurts." So they gave me more. Let's know if it hurts.
Was it on post? Was it on base or off base?
It was on base.
Oh yeah. See, I went downtown.
Ah, see.
Yeah. So they knocked me out. That was the second time I've been knocked out because I had surgery on my foot too.
Oh, they knocked you out from that. So they cut what, like your ankle or something, or your foot, like the top of your foot, the bottom of your foot?
At the top of my foot, from my
the top. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they just kept giving me shots until I didn't feel it anymore. I was still awake, and what I remember about it is like when they're pulling them out. I remember the first. So there was a woman at first trying to get them, and she couldn't get it out. And so she went and got like a stronger man. He comes in. They're in there. I mean, they got some kind of tool or whatever, but I can't feel shit, right? I can't feel anything. And they're pulling. I can't feel anything, but I could hear like the tissue tearing because like your ear is right there.
Yeah.
So I can hear.
So I just envision a dude just standing on your chest.
Yeah, that's
like
that's basically what he was doing, bro. But it didn't bother me because like I said, I couldn't feel anything. I said, all right, they're gonna get this shit out. They're trying to get it out. And it was kind of cool too. I was like, I can't believe they're doing this, and they're like pulling so hard. I can hear all this shit. I don't feel a damn thing, And so they get all of them out. And then I remember like stabbing myself in the face afterwards because I can't feel anything. I'm like, that Bill Cosby joke that he does. That's like true, right? I couldn't feel anything. So you can't like feel drool coming out of your mouth, and so you you gotta have like a napkin to hold all your slob. But the cool thing was, I had like bed rest for like 3 days in boot camp.
Oh,
and the drill instructors had to be nice to me. He said he was in the Army. Army. Oh, does the Air Force say? Did y'all say hua too in the Air Force?
Yeah, we do.
I do. Yeah, y'all like.
Was your guy airborne? Does he say airborne or air assault? Ask him that.
He didn't say.
Okay. Airborne, air assault.
But he heard your question, so he might put it in there.
Okay. Take it.
But anyway, yeah. So that's how I remember. I've never been under, right?
Yeah.
Never had any surgery. Never broke any bones. Never had like an overnight stay in the hospital. I should be knocking on all kinds of wood right now because I'm 50.
So you remember that time you said you never had any stitches?
Yeah, I was just telling that story to Ari the other day, man. It's crazy you say that because I still have that scar, right? And she was like, "How did you get that scar?"
It's a flat.
I told him the whole story. The whole story. It was great.
Oh, the joys of childhood.
The joy. Yeah. And remember, my mom was like out at the club and had to like take a cab home or something like that.
I don't remember that. I just remember that. I just remember you leaning over the couch.
Yeah. So I'll see if I can refresh your memory real quick before I go, just because it's a funny story. So we're playing. I think we were playing either War with cards or hey, shut it up, or Go Fish. I can't remember what it was. Oh, let me let this dog out real quick. Give me 1 second. You better not be chasing nothing out there. What? So I gave them like pretty much a whole fucking chicken bone, or like we had, like you get one of those little rotisserie chickens at like Costco or Walmart. And so whenever we make tacos out of it and we tear it all off and I give them the bones. So they don't get a treat like that all the time, and so I think it may have made them like a little bit irregular. And so they normally in and don't go out at this time, but I'll give them a chance. But anyway, so I think we're playing War or Go Fish, and I was losing. Somehow it was me, Tara, Dante, and I guess you were there. But you couldn't have been. I mean, when we lived, it was on Charles Street, right? Yeah, on Charles Street. We lived in that house. Yeah. I was probably in the 3rd or 4th grade. Or something like that, which means you were probably in kindergarten. Yeah. So yes, it'd be tough for you to remember that. But again, it's one of those things that just sticks in your memory that you just won't ever forget. But anyway, I get mad and don't want to play no more, and so that's when I go sit on that chair where that lamp is hanging. Yeah, it was like the flower pot. Yes, exactly. It was like one of those, like it was almost like a net kind of a thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was converted into a lamp. It was actually an actual flower pot that somehow was converted into a lamp. So when you turn it upside down, had a light in the hole. It was a plant, but like yours had a net, but it had like a pull string on it, turn the light on and off. And I'm playing with that. I'm turning the light on and off. Just click, like blinking the light on and off, on and off, on and off. And then sure enough, that damn thing just came down and hit me in the head. And then that was all she wrote. Mama was out the club, had to call her. She had to come pick us up or pick me up because I'm bleeding. And,
that was fuzzy.
Pictures. Yeah. So, that was funny. But hey, man, it's almost 2:00 in the morning. I appreciate you.
I'm a night owl. Yeah, we're night owls.
You know, it's funny because I think I am good. I don't know which day of the week, but I'm gonna start doing like a late night version. I'm a bit of a night owl myself because I don't set my own schedule, but I kind of do at the same time. So I don't have to be up super early in the mornings, and so I'm usually down here. If I'm not watching the movie with the kids, I'm down here doing this and messing around. So everybody's asleep right now, and I had been on it like 2 weeks, so I said I wanted to get something out because, like I said, every time I do a stream, I get 2 or 3 followers on YouTube. So I'm just trying to build it up. Yeah. So if I don't do anything, I don't get nothing, right? And so what I'll do now is I'll put out some little clips from this. It's right now. It's been 2 hours. But the first, I don't know if you heard before, but the first half hour I was only running my mouth about all kinds of shit, and my mic wasn't working.
I did hear that part.
Okay, yeah. So the guy in did I kick you out? Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry. That's not it. Where'd you go, bro? Oh, that's my YouTube page. Let's see if he comes back. There he is. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to. Sorry, I was trying to. Phil sent me a picture that I was trying to put up, but it's not working.
Yeah, it has to be done on my end. What picture was it though?
Okay, me and my 2-7 maybe.
I didn't do that. What did you do that?
What did I do?
What did you just do? Did you move? Yeah, are you doing that?
I don't know what is it.
Did you see that though? Like the screen changing? Maybe.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do something real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I may be able to. I don't think I can make this big.
While he's doing that, streaming. This is the Greg Green live stream, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Over on Twitch, I'm Greg Green Live. So that account is sort of brand new. So jump over there, subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go to the search, put in Greg Green live stream, subscribe, like, and share. That's the shit you're supposed to say. You watch a lot of videos, so you hear it all the time, right?
Subscribe and share. Yeah,
subscribe. Bro, my little
Were you talking to me?
I was talking to you.
I'm sorry, man. I'm focused. I'm trying to. This thing tell me I got.
I don't think that you can
share my screen. Yeah, I can.
Oh, can you? Okay. But I think it's gonna block you out. But that's okay. Let me.
That's fine.
My screen. Yeah. Is this gonna be a picture of me?
No, it's gonna be a picture of me. Why would I show you?
I don't know. Thought you were gonna make some kind of weird joke about me.
No, I wouldn't do that.
It's okay. I can laugh at myself. But let me change my. I can change my banner back to the subscribe option.
StreamYard. No, I'll just share the entire screen. How about we do that? That's okay. I don't mind people seeing. Oh, since it won't let me. Why is it?
What do you have it on?
What do you mean?
Can you send it to me to my Facebook Messenger, and then I can share it?
Okay, hold on. Let me try this first. I'm just trying a different method. Nope, it won't let me. Yep. Let me do that.
Yeah, send it to me on Facebook Messenger if you can.
All right.
Where is my? Oh, I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm toggling between. So when I look at my stream on YouTube, it's a little bit of a delay than real time. So it's weird. I have to turn off the volume.
Yeah, I had like a couple different things going earlier. That's why the sound was kind of funky, because I had you on another tab on YouTube. So
shout out to the 5 people staying up at 2 a.m. to watch. I think one of those is Phil, right? Probably. I don't know. And one of them might be my wife.
Our wives, yes.
Right.
Shout out to the wives who are supporting.
Shout out to the wives, even though your wife went to Denison High School during this time of battle. Yeah. But we got a couple of weeks left. I'll be your friend until that day. I'll be your loving brother-in-law until that is over. I never saw the tacos, man. Did she ever post that?
Oh. He's asking about the birria tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull it up and show it on your
So yeah, I'm gonna. So I know you're trying to get out of here, but I'll try to share both of those with you real quick.
Okay. Are you gonna send it to my messenger, or are you gonna share to get on your screen?
No, I'm not gonna try to share screen anymore.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna send you on Messenger.
Cool.
Give me a second.
Can you hold it up to the screen?
Huh? No, I remember you sent them to me.
Yeah.
Hold on.
See, I've already gone for every time. I think I can't go for this long. I end up doing it. All right, I think I got something here.
I got the pictures. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we got to get this on the screen. We got to get this on there. Oh, number 27, Sherman Bearcat. Look at those big old shoulder pads, bro.
It's like I was a linebacker or something. I think that's with the shoulder savers.
Man, see, that helped me back then because I was such a little dude, bro. It made me look a little bit bigger. I mean, I always thought you looked so much better in pads than I did because your legs aren't as skinny as mine. I had these, these skinny bird legs, and I had these big ass shoulder pads, had that big ass neck roll, and had this ridiculously long towel that your boy, freaking Larry Hendricks, always, fixed for me in the back. And I think I watched somebody.
My other teammate, my other Bearcat.
Dude, I don't have any pictures. Like, I wish I had a picture. Like, I wonder if I could, when I get back, if I go back to the, I don't know, the library or something and find that old newspaper clippings. That would be cool. If I could find, because I remember I was in the paper, dude, after that Denison game in '88. I was in the paper. I was happy about that. That's nice. A great fun.
Remember the Outlaw show? Remember that?
Yeah, used to watch the John Outlaw show. Just waiting for it. Hopefully he would call your name out on the show. A couple times.
Did you get the other one?
Let me see. Go back. Wait a minute. No, that's not it. What? Here we go. What? Why is it not working? Something's wrong with that one. Well, maybe it's me. I think I got this old one up still. Let me exit out. X that out. Go back. Alfonso sent a photo.
Yeah, so.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, the tacos.
Shout out to my wife. She does an awesome presentation. Like I said, I told somebody else, I just throw stuff together, and she makes it look pretty.
Look at that. Woo! All right, so you said, did y'all use corn tortillas or is that cauliflower? What is that?
I don't know. It's a I think 2 were corn. How many are there? How many are in there? Oh, my wife told me that's not a good picture. So those are corn. Those are corn. Yeah. So those are corn tortillas. I think one's corn, one's flour. Well, 2 are corn, and then one's flour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we recently discovered those. So shout out to the guy in Denison, a little shop named what's the name of it? Landmark. What's the name of it? Landmark. Guy named Marcos introduced us to Birria Tacos, Birria, Birria Tacos. I guess it's traditionally made with goat, but we used something different. We just used ground chuck.
Well,
they're something.
There
there's something awesome.
In a week or so, it might be nice to have some of those. What'd you say?
She said I used the worst picture.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Well, if you find a better one, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I got a better one. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
That was pretty good. That looks pretty good.
Who, me?
Yeah.
She says that I'm trying to. Was it this one?
Let me see.
That one?
No. Oh my God. No. You sending it to him?
Yeah. So she's gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm not the artist. Yeah. She's gonna send you a better picture. But they were good. Long story short, they were really good. All the places we'd been, I'd never heard of birria. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Those kind of tacos. Messenger.
Yeah, I can pull it. I can just throw it right up if you send it to Messenger. But yeah, man, I would like to give those a try when I get up that way in a week or so. Somebody sent me a text. Did she send me a text too?
She probably sent you a text. Yeah, but she's sending the Messenger now.
Okay, yeah.
No, just send it.
I know, but I just sent it to us.
Well, I can't share it from my phone.
He can't share from his phone.
Oh.
Yeah. She's sending it. Yeah, but they were really good. Essentially just slow cooked meat and.
What kind of meat do you use?
Roast chuck roast.
Oh, okay.
It was good. Is that
what they recommend, or does it matter? It's just whatever you like.
I think the authentic way is to use goat, but there's not a whole lot of goat.
I was gonna say, can you like
Kroger's
go to Kroger or Walmart or HEB to buy goat? I don't think so.
No, there's an Hispanic place that you could probably get goat, but we've never tried. I haven't had goat.
All right, I got it.
So
let's see.
I'd like to try with goat. Probably I think maybe another time we'll probably try with goat, or I'm not goat, but with some maybe some lamb. Lamb would be good, like a lamb shank.
Lambda, and
talk about food on your thing.
No, that's all right, dude. On this show we talk about everything. That's was going to be my slogan, was a Greg Green live stream where we talk about everything. But I changed it. Yeah, I might go back to that. But anyway, yeah, that's got like the fuzzy background, right?
Yeah. She calls, what's it called? Okay.
All right. So what? So
he said the fuzzy background. She's a photographer, so it's a photographer thing where you blur the background.
Beautiful. Those look beautiful. I can't wait to try.
Birria tacos. Spicy? No, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, you could probably make them spicy, but no, they're I know. But so but you could probably.
What is that sauce that's in there?
It's it's my version of like a consomme, or like a consomme or an au jus kind of thing. It's a little. I think it's a little thicker than like what we've had it before, but.
Yeah. Tell Phyllis I would love to do like every time she comes up with like, or y'all come up with like a new dish like this. I would love to like do a segment and talk through the process and then show photos like this. People like food. We're talking about food. People will watch.
She's like, okay.
Yes, that looks great. Are those like so I see
she's in.
I see the veggies and the tomatoes.
So cilantro. Yeah. So it's like tomatoes, onions, like on the inside.
That's not sliced almonds, are they? That's what it looks like. I know it's not, but
no.
Like a little. I can't. Can you see my pointer?
Yeah.
Like right there. What is that?
It's probably just onions.
Just onions. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it's just onions.
Yeah.
So the sauce kind of has the au jus or the consomme kind of has the same thing, where it has like the chopped onions and some cilantro in it.
Well, the presentation is beautiful.
Shout out to Phyllis Perry Green.
She made the barrofa taco. What is it again?
I can't roll my double R's very good. Birria tacos.
Birria or birrien?
Birria.
Birria
Birria. Yeah.
I want some birria tacos.
Yeah.
I know that's weird. That was a horrible Mexican accent, but
yeah, but they were really good. They were really good.
How many did you eat, bro?
I enjoyed. So we ate 3 then. I think the next day, then she out of everything, then she made quesadillas out of them. So it's the same meat, but just quesadilla style.
Those are good.
And we try to stay as authentic as possible, so we used Oaxaca cheese.
Bro, since y'all turned me on to mod pizza, dude, we do that like all the time.
Oh, really?
That's like my go-to, like, because it's hard to find healthy fast food.
It is.
It's really hard. It's damn near impossible.
Yeah. I mean, it's not crazy healthy, but it's a better choice.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like a treat, man. It's like pizza.
Yeah.
And really, with that cauliflower is what does. I was worried about how that was going to taste.
Oh, you can't
it was just fine, man. And
yeah.
I just pack it with. I use every meat except for that spicy sausage.
Right.
And so I use everything. And I even put pineapples on it, all that shit. I know some people don't like pineapple on their pizza, but I'm a pineapple pizza dude.
Yeah.
But that's really the only pizza that I put pineapple on. Like if I got pizza from somewhere else, like a Domino's or Pizza Hut, I wouldn't get pineapples on it.
I don't think I would either.
Have you ever tried it?
I like pineapple, but I don't think I would put it. I traditionally wouldn't put it on pizza.
You should try it one time. It's pretty good. You know what else is weird that they put on pizza in Japan? A lot. It's almost like it's common as pepperoni in Japan. Corn.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, corn. You can't get a pizza in Japan without no corn on it.
Why is that?
I mean, it's just, I don't know. That's just how they did it. You know, every time food from other countries, when they get to a different country, they have their own flavor.
Right.
Like you were talking about the authentic, tacos.
Right.
Tacos in America are just like, Taco Bell or, whatever. Those aren't real authentic tacos, right? So it's like they're Americanized. So I think every country kind of makes things their own to some degree. And that's what they did with pizza. They put corn on it, bro. And every time we go to Mod on Aries Pizza, she adds corn on her pizza.
Most people like corn though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, just corn.
Well, I guess it could be considered just like pineapple though, right? Most people don't put pineapple.
Exactly.
On
to me,
pizza.
corn is just like I don't know if I would even taste it because there's so many other different flavors on the pizza that I build there.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I would taste it, but pineapple has like a strong sort of.
Well, you get the sweetness and you're eating pineapple.
So
you're eating bugs because of the legs.
And we've always seen driven by Mod like a million times. Like I ain't going there.
So I think Phyllis went with some friends of hers when we were in Vegas. But it was called Blaze. Was it called? Yeah, but it was called Blaze. But it was kind of the same thing. We go in, kind of build your own pizza, same type of atmosphere, kind of thing. But no, it was really good. We enjoyed it. I mean,
and it's not expensive at all.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's not. I mean, for your
whole pizza, I eat it for 2 days. I eat half of it one day and then another half the next day.
Yeah, yep. We did the same thing. I mean, we got 2 separate pizzas, and then we were like, well, we probably should have just got one pizza because we both only ate like half of what we got. So
yeah, now we always get 2 because, like, for me, with any kind of pizza, it's always a little bit better the second day. To me,
really?
To me, it is. Yeah, and we heat it up in a toaster. I don't heat it up in a microwave.
Oh,
like a little oven toaster, like a toaster oven.
Yeah.
So the crust still gets a little bit, because sometimes I like my crust a little crispy.
Yeah.
And then they kind of toast it. It toasts that cauliflower, and it's like a little crunch, and it's perfect, man. It's perfect. I think
it's
I'm
good.
gonna get some tomorrow.
Yeah, Mods is it Mods? Yeah, Mods is good. We thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, all right, man.
We had a glass of wine too.
I'm gonna pop smoke and get out of here. Hopefully I'll be back. Actually,
I heard you said that before. Do you need to explain Pop Smoke?
Right. Oh, Pop Smoke? Yeah. So
I know what it means.
Oh, you know what it is? Yeah. Don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the infantry, in the Marine Corps infantry, a lot. If we're out in the field training, we used to always get picked up. And I know you can't say this in the Army because I went to Army school. I went to air assault school. Right on Schofield, long time ago, and I remember going through the. I was like, only. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong screen. It was delayed. I'm sorry. I saw you doing this. What? But so I was like, I was on like one of 2 Marines in that whole class, right? And I called a helicopter a bird. I said, well, when the bird comes, we don't call them birds, we call them aircraft, or whatever they said, right? and they jumped down my throat because I called it because the Marines would say the bird's coming, right? So I guess the Army, they don't call them birds.
I don't know what they call them.
But anyway, when the birds come to pick us up out of the field, and they know where we're going, we gotta pop a smoke. A smoke grenade.
Time to go.
That means we're leaving. It's time to go. Yeah. So
I have used that jargon before. Yes.
Have you? Yeah, I'm sure you have. I think that's gonna be my parting ways slogan for the show.
I like it. I like it when I heard it the last time. I was like, pop smoke.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you were watching the last time. I really appreciate that.
I'm here to support you, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And you're welcome to come on anytime you want to. I know you may not always want to, but anytime you want to come and chime in, I'm happy to have you. Did you see the one when Charles Bowden came on?
Oh no, I didn't.
It was kind of like one of these where it was like really long, and it was kind of like toward the end. Because some people they'll come in and hang out for a little bit, and then they'll jump off because they got better things to do, right?
Yeah.
And so he ended up jumping in. I hadn't talked to him in forever, man, and so that was cool.
Yeah,
that was one of the biggest ones I've ever had. I think I'm gonna try to have my class next week. I'm gonna have my classmate Kevin Morris is gonna be coming on. He works in like mortgage loans.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have a discussion about how that. He's always posting like funny memes about like appraisers and and credit and mortgage loans and all that stuff. So I think he's having some good information for people to know about like getting mortgage loans, refinancing, the appraisal process, which is just crazy. I learned about all that stuff when I was going through just the actual closing process. It's like even though you have the loan approved, it's really not approved until it's approved. and they don't like explain that shit to you. It's like, oh, you're pre-approved and you're go ahead and build and all this stuff, and then you got to close. Like, what? We're still looking at you, and they call it. Well, Mr. Green, we saw the deposit of this. Like, where's that from? I'm like,
So that was.
It's crazy, right?
That was a weird process when we got here. They were very particular. I know you're trying to leave, but they were very particular. But where did this deposit come from? I was like, well, we just moved from one side to the other.
Yep.
But anyway, Hey,
they were show when Kevin comes on, so maybe you'll tune in and chime in.
I'll ask him a bunch of questions like VA refinancing and stuff. I can't remember.
I'm gonna ask him about all that stuff because I'm actually considering, because I'm in a position now I can work from anywhere in Texas.
Nice.
So I'm considering, because the market is so crazy out here right now, I'm considering the next 2 or 3 years selling my house and moving up that way somewhere. I don't know where, but just so mom's gonna be a little bit closer to home. Yeah. We actually need more space because the twins are getting much bigger.
Yeah.
And so, and right now, it's cheaper up north. Like, Anna, or maybe even, Sherman has a brand new high school, so that's kind of attractive to me. So, but we'll see. I'll there's a lot of different options to weigh. Yeah. And so we're thinking about it. We love it here. I love like being able to go to that show the other night, and it's like things like that is what I really like about it here. But I'm just
so there's that part. There's a lot of options and a lot of different kinds of entertainment that you probably won't find after you enter Grayson County.
Right. I'll say that. And COVID is sort of like got to be. Prior to COVID, dude. Me and Ari, we got out. And so, but COVID's kind of like, obviously, haven't done much, and I got big, and then I finally started getting back in shape. And so I don't know. It's just it's all when it's all said and done, it comes down to the money. If I can make a bunch of money, because the only issue, and I'll close with this because I want to save some of this for next week. But the only thing I'm worried about, because I would love to stay here, But of course, I would love to make some money off of this house, but it would just be so hard to buy again in this market, because the prices are so high.
Right. You can sell, but then where do you go?
And especially if I'm trying to expand a little bit, Right. So that's why I'm kind of looking that way. But who knows? 6 months from now, I could be looking at something. The market could change, and I could look at something totally different. I could be staying. Who knows? But I'm just looking into it because, like, every time I just kind of look at sort of like what do you call it? Quotes or appraisals. Like some of these false appraisals, like not actual real appraisals, but you go on realtor.com or you go on Zillow and your house is worth. It's like, wow, right? That's I could pocket some change right there. Right? And I've only been here for like 5 years. So but we'll see how that works out. I'll save that for next week. But all right, man, I'm gonna Pop Smoke. Thank you so much for coming on. It's good to know that, I knew that you were a night owl, but I didn't know you were like this kind of night owl. But sometimes I'm still up too. So and then
not all the time. It's just every now and again.
Yeah. But I don't necessarily mind like if it's late and not a lot of people are on, because I end up just chopping it up anyway and putting out clips for people to watch later. And that's where the views come in the most. If I look at like all my views, they're not on the live stream. They're from the clips that I post later.
Right.
That's I get a lot of the views from. But I'm still trying to build this thing. So appreciate your support.
Absolutely, brother.
I will see y'all in about a week. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing y'all. I look forward to seeing Ryan, and I look forward to the tacos.
I'll do my best.
Okay, do your best. If you can't make it happen, that's okay. That's okay. I can do like you. I can go get the groceries. Just need mama to cook it,
We'll see what happens.
All right, man. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Tell Phyllis I love her so much. I love both of y'all, man.
Will do. Love you too, brother. She says love you too. All right, peace.
All right. The Greg Green live stream is out. I'm Popping Smoke. See y'all next time. Probably be back on Monday night or Tuesday night to talk about how the colonoscopy went. So we'll see how that goes. It's gonna be funny, I know. One last comment from Demon. When's the next stream? Yo, man, I was just saying I'm probably gonna try to do it. If I'm not feeling well enough to do it Monday night, immediately following the procedure, I'll probably do it on Tuesday night sometime. So I appreciate you stopping by, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.